You're listening to the Trade Show Insights Podcast, Season 13, Episode 12. I'm your host and exhibit marketing strategist, Marlis Arnold, bringing you tools to improve your exhibit results. On today's episode, brought to you by the Exhibit Marketers Cafe, we're going over some lessons that exhibitors can learn from a small town. I grew up on a farm outside a small-ish town of less than 20,000, and I can remember thinking my dad knew everyone. But that's how it is in small towns. People take the time to get to know their neighbors and pay attention to what happens in their community and how they can support each other. And so it should be in the trade show community. No matter how small or large the show, you're all there with common interests and goals. So it makes sense to pay attention to some lessons you can learn from a small town. Number 1, be friendly. Say hello to everyone. Yes, this even goes for your competitors. It's a small world and word travels fast if you're not a team player. In a small town, people nod and wave when they pass each other, or as my husband calls it, the farmer wave of lifting your fingers off the steering wheel when you meet another car. Now, while you may not wave at everyone who passes your booth, you can definitely look them in the eye and greet them with a smile. 2, take time to get to know people. My dad taught me that lesson at an early age. Whenever we were out and about, he took time to chat with people and know what was going on with them. In a small town, people not only know their neighbors' kids' names, but also the names of their pets. In the trade show community, making the effort to not only get to know things about the attendees, but also other exhibitors and even show management will make a difference in your level of success. 3, reputation matters. Small towns may be famous for their gossip, but the fact is that in any community, the actions you take, or don't, will be evidence to others of your attitude and motives. Let's face it, news spreads, whether around town or on the show floor. If you're doing questionable things, people will find out, and it will hurt both your reputation and that of your company. Because here's the deal. At a trade show, you are an ambassador for your company, plain and simple. Whatever you do reflects on the company. So keep that wild after-hours behavior in check. 4, make do with what you have available. Small towns are limited in their options for a lot of things, such as dining, entertainment, and shopping. But folks there have learned ways to make the best of it. Sometimes limited options just mean you have to get more creative. That means instead of complaining about or blaming your booth location, low budget, or slow traffic flow, you get creative and find a way to turn the negative into the positive. I've seen exhibitors at the back of the hall who had steady traffic and small booths that were busier than their much larger neighbors. In fact, I've actually been one of those. There is always a way. 5, figure out your unique role in the community and find a way to pitch in as needed. In a small town, everyone works together and takes responsibility for the success of the overall community. Understand the distinct needs of your audience and how you can help fulfill those needs. I remember when my dad was sick one year at harvest time, a group of farmers from around the area came together to get all of his grain harvested before it was too late. The same is true at a trade show. Often there are things you can do to help out other exhibitors. I've loaned out tools like safety pins and Velcro when a neighboring booth had a wardrobe malfunction. I've also worked booths by myself where several of us would take turns watching each other's exhibit to allow for quick breaks. One final thought. When I was a child on the farm, I used to stare up at the sky to watch clouds or planes drift by or study the stars at night. Okay, so I still like to do those things. But my final tip for you is remember to look up. Take a breather every once in a while, both before the show as you're planning, but especially on the show floor, to really take in the moment and realize that all is good. If you enjoyed what you heard today and would like to spread the word about the Trade Show Insights podcast, please take a minute to leave a rating and/or review in iTunes. This helps to boost visibility so more people will find the show. Trade Show Insights is protected by the Creative Commons copyright license. You may feel free to share this recording with colleagues or embed it on your own blog as long as it is shared in its entirety and is not used for commercial purposes. To learn more, please see the link in the sidebar of the show notes at tradeshowinsights.com. Well, that's it for this episode of Trade Show Insights. Be sure to check out our show notes and archives at tradeshowinsights.com. You can also connect with me using the social media links or contact page on the site. I'm Marlis Arnold. Thanks for listening, and be sure to join us next time for more tools to improve your exhibit results.